Now, it is something that women have always known. A pedicure is about a lot more than polish on your toenails. The near hour of relaxing in a massage chair, the foot massage, the cleaning and the pampering. Amazing, really, that it has taken this long for more gentlemen to catch on. Here to tell us more about men and pedicures is WSJ Off Duty men's fashion editor, Jacob Gallagher. Jacob, welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
So good to see you. I personally love a pedicure.
I'm sure you do.
It is so fun. Basically, it equals pampering, and I'm assuming for your research, you as well underwent a pedicure or two.
I actually, I still have not had a pedicure.
What?
I will probably by the end of this weekend have one done, just because now that the article's done.
I'm shaming you into it.
Well, I'm honestly, I'm just curious at this point. The idea for the story came about because heading into this time of year, men's toes are more exposed. It's just a simple fact. Whether you're wearing flip-flops or you're just at the pool heading into summer. And so I kind of wanted to look into, is this something that men do? And what I found was that while I have not had it done, and while some men were a little skittish about admitting it, it is something that is kind of popular for certain guys that I guess you'd say have been tuned into it.
Yeah, and for some men, they're loud and proud about it, right? You say
Yes.
One subgroup of men in particular?
Athletes actually were I found to be a huge group that gets them done regularly, and even like LeBron James posts about it on Instagram, and a lot of athletes credit it with actually helping out their skills and their ability to play. Whether or not that bears itself out, I don't know. I think that it's just
They also understand the importance of proper foot care.
Exactly. They're on their feet all day. I can understand why getting, a nice foot massage and getting cleaned up down there would be quite helpful.
Well, as in many things, I think athletes are paving the way. To me, I think a man that understands the process would be very excited about going. So maybe we should break down the mystery for men and explain what they can expect.
Yeah, and I think that that's a good point, the understanding. A lot of guys that I spoke with, just kind of for background on the story, were confused as to what even a pedicure is. And so it's important, I think, to remind guys that it's not in the article I mentioned Tara Reid sitting by the pool in Big Lebowski. It's not that kind of very girly experience. It's really more about cleaning and maintenance, getting a polish done on your toes, not getting polish put on, but getting them buffed, kind of making sure that your cuticles are well maintained. And then also just, your feet might be achy after a long day. It's nice to get a foot massage.
Yeah, let's not forget the most important part, the foot massage for sure. And how much does this cost most people in New York City, let's say? Because obviously the cost will vary.
Now, it's about $20, to $40. They can get up to $60 if you're going to a really high-end salon. That being said, it is important to kind of shop around, I think, and this is something that we talked about. Don't just walk into the first salon you see. We're talking about something that isn't a medical procedure, but it is someone digging at your feet. You want to make sure that it's clean.
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to make sure that you trust who's working on you. If the utensils don't look clean, if you're sticking your foot into a dirty foot bath, you can get infections, and that's not great.
Don't go bargain basement for your pedicure. And don't forget the 20% tip.
Exactly.
That is very
yes,
important.
Very important.
You also found that there are now some spas or salons that are catering to the male customer.
Yeah. I spoke with some salons that kind of were in the opposite direction, that had incredibly girly interiors, lots of pink, lots of chandeliers, very kind of frilly. But that seems to be kind of phasing out, and it seems like a lot of salons are going a more neutral route with their interiors. And part of that is to court a male customer. Part of that is just so it's not as intimidating. But then there are also salons like I spoke with the Bellagio, and they, have kind of male-centric packages. They'll put on an NFL game. They'll kind of, a lot of this happens when they have a big boxing match or a UFC fight, and guys sit around, drink beer, and kind of get their feet taken care of. It sounds really nice.
Jacob, thanks to your article, I'm going to have to compete even harder to get my pedicure appointment. So thank you for that.
There you go.